but just about anything might pop up. Not just about everything. This is going to be a family channel. Hi everyone and Merry Christmas. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ilana and today we are going to be making brownies. This is actually a Christmas gift, so it is or not all, but a lot of the ingredients in a jar. I thought it was such a cute idea, and then they actually provided me with directions. So we're just gonna follow directions, not going rogue, not my recipe, but still something very excited to do. So today, what we're gonna need, we will need a mixing bowl. Bigger is good. It doesn't need to be huge, but also it shouldn't be very small because as you can see, we have a lot of stuff that's gonna go into this bowl. I have a 3/4 scooper here, also a tablespoon scooper, a whisk so that we can combine all the ingredients, the mixture that was provided by my lovely coworker. We have 2 whole eggs that is going to go into the mixture and 1 egg yolk according to the recipe. So have all that separated, vanilla extract, and vegetable oil. All right, so let's get into it. Oh, almost forgot, melted butter. We are going to combine the jar in a large bowl. I'm not 100% sure what all is in here. It looks like sugar, cocoa powder. I want to say I see some chocolate chips in here as well. I also just love this little Santa Claus. I think it's just the cutest thing. So I'm going to set that to the side. So yeah, it looks like sugar, chocolate chip, cocoa powder, and maybe some flour at the bottom. We are just going to combine all of this goodness into this, and then I am very much a reusable girly, so we're going to save this. We are going to save this. Actually, there's still some more. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely going to save this. Reuse for other purposes. Into the sink it goes. What comes next? The 5 tablespoons of butter. So obviously you will melt the butter first. This is already pre-measured, 5 tablespoons going into the mixture. And then we are going to add the 2 whole eggs and 1 egg yolk. So here is my egg yolk. I separated that earlier. Into the sink you go. I'm going to roll up my sleeves for this. I'm such a messy human. So knowing that, I'm going to act accordingly. I'm going to act like I know. All right, there we go. Into the trash you go. One more time. All right, so our 2 full eggs and 1 egg yolk have been combined into the mixture. So far we have what was in the mason jar, melted butter, 2 full eggs, 1 egg yolk, and we are going to mix according to the directions. I'm going to share something that I found really awesome. So it is Christmas Eve. People will probably be watching this at some point on Christmas or after. But I had been thinking about this movie that we would watch on Christmas Eve growing up, and it was like a sing-along Disney thing, and had the cartoons, and you could sing like all the different Christmas carols, but just some funny, cute Christmas cartoons from Disney. My Disney love started very early, and I actually was able to find the VHS we used to watch. And it's actually called A Very Merry Christmas. Disney's A Very Merry Christmas. It was VHS. I found it on, I think it was actually called like the Internet Archive. So like had to dig deep for this one. But it just brought back so much nostalgia from what used to be what Christmas looked like. And now that I'm older, it looks a little bit different, but just being able to find that last night. And I think there's also DVDs on Amazon. So if anybody else was like a big person that would watch that, um, now you know. So that was really fun for me to discover last night. Okay, so it is combined. There's not a lot of liquid in here, so it looks clumpy, but trust the process. I'm trusting the process. I haven't done this before, so we have no other option other than to trust the process. Okay. Next, we are going to add a full tablespoon of vanilla, and then we are going to add also the vegetable oil and stir. So, tablespoon, measure that out. Another really cool thing about Christmas time for me, at least, is my parents' anniversary is on Christmas Eve. So today. So happy anniversary to them. But I say that that's cool just because it just adds another level of celebration, which we love. And then as I got older, I competed in sports, and a lot of times soccer tournaments, the big ones, especially when you get into that high school age and you're being recruited, things of that nature, a lot of the big tournaments are actually in around Christmas time. So a lot of times we would be driving to Florida or wherever the case. My favorite Christmas tournament was actually the Disney one. It was the Disney Showcase. We played at the Worldwide of Sports, the ESPN Worldwide of Sports down in Florida. And the fields were so nice. They were so nice, and it was so cool just to be able to compete at that level, at that complex, because not everybody gets to do that. So it's really funny that when I was younger, I was watching these VHS tapes. But as I got older, Disney was still a part of my Christmas, which there's no surprise that I still enjoy all things Disney to this day. I don't know if I would call myself a full-blown Disney adult because I think that is saved for people that may have an unhealthy attachment. But I still very much enjoy Disney and have a lot of nods to Disney around my apartment and just the activities I enjoy doing. So, yeah. Well, okay. We're just going to continue to trust the process. It doesn't look like there's a lot of liquid in here, but that was the last of what we're adding. So we're gonna go ahead and mix some more and combine it and put it in our baking pan. Trusting the process, trusting the process. If this is the first encounter of me that you have seen on social media, on YouTube, on the interwebs at all, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. I hope you stick around, you subscribe. This is not just going to be a cooking channel. Everybody, and I've tried the niche thing, finding your niche, posting only what's in your niche. I am such a multifaceted person. And honestly, I have so many different interests. If you want a niche, I love that for you. And I'm sure there is a creator out there for you. But for me, we're going to try something else. But for me, I have never felt like I enjoyed being pigeonholed or put in a box. Like I said, I have just so many different interests, and I want to share all of that with you guys. I respect the niche market. I participate as a consumer in different niche markets, but it just wasn't working for me. So we're trying something new. And, who created the rules? So we'll make our own. So I do hope you stick around. I hope that you enjoy the content that I do display. I do want to keep this a very positive place because I feel like there's enough criticism, there is enough anger, there's enough just rudeness in the world. So this will continue to be a positive space where we do things with a smile, we laugh, we have a good time. But just about anything might pop up. Well, not just about everything. This is going to be a family channel. But I want to be able to share different parts of my life and my experiences. Let's see. Yeah, that'll be fine. Like I said, I am no chef. I thoroughly enjoy cooking. I thoroughly enjoy baking. But technique is not something that I have studied, that I have looked into. So we will be using whatever is in my kitchen, and we're gonna rock out. Everything will turn out fine. This is looking a lot better. Like I said, heavy, trust the process. I was nervous for a second, but this looks like something that's going to turn into brownies. So I'm glad that I didn't abort mission. Some recent things that I have really gotten into is running. Another thing Disney related, I'm actually participating in Run Disney Weekend, which is at the beginning of January, and I'm doing something absolutely insane. It's called the Dopey Challenge, and basically it's all of the races in the weekend. If you guys didn't know, a year ago, I was not actually walking. So I ruptured my Achilles at some point later fall, early winter, so October, November, September, October maybe, and had the surgery, I believe, in like October-ish. I then messed around and fell towards the beginning of my recovery, which made things a lot longer and not as smooth, unfortunately. But I turned 30 in January, and I really wanted to do something that was going to push my body and push my mind. And so I signed up and registered for the Dopey Challenge. So I'll be doing that 48.6 miles in 4 days, 5K Thursday, 10K Friday, half on Saturday, full on Sunday. I will be vlogging and taking you guys on that adventure because not only do I have the most amazing costumes, I just really think this is about to be a really fun situation. I've heard such great things about Run Disney races, and I'm really just excited to experience it for myself. Okay, now this all looks pretty good. Everything looks combined. The spoon was a better option. So if you do have one of these, I haven't made brownies in forever. I'm honestly not even a chocolate person, but I'm never going to turn down making treats. And there's always somebody close that does like chocolate. So more than likely, my neighbors, the people at the leasing office, anybody who I come in contact with the next few days, I'll probably have brownies on hand. So you're welcome. Because I definitely won't eat all of this alone. As I've said, I'm not a huge chocolate person. But yeah, all right, here's our final product. See, it looks a lot better, right? I think it does. Okay. So I'm gonna have a greased pan. It is pre-greased. So now we are going to just scoop it on in. I also love the touch of chocolate chips in here. I know I do that for another kind of brownie situation that I do. This is something that actually my brother really loves, and it is brownie, but the inside is cookies. So what I do is I make brownies, or I make the brownie mixture, right? However, the day before, I pre-make cookie dough and I let it freeze overnight. After I make the brownie mixture, I put like 2/3 of it at the bottom of the pan, and then I take the the cookie dough, the frozen cookie dough out of the freezer, and I will place that in the middle and then put the rest of the brownie mixture on top. And yeah, it comes out perfect. The cookies aren't fully cooked. It's still very much cookie cookie doughy, and it's just really good. Like I said, I'm messy. Okay. So my mom taught me this when I was a kid, and she said it gets all of the bubbles out the bottom. So I'm so sorry for that loud situation. But yeah, I think everything's done. Well, I don't want it to do that. So we're just going to put it in the oven at this point. But I will be back once they are finished. Okay, guys, here is the final product. They look amazing right out of the oven. I baked these brownies at 325 for 30 minutes for reference. And I feel like they are at the best level of doneness. So still very moist, but definitely still cooked because we don't have time for salmonella. And yeah, they look amazing. I added a little bit of twist and sprinkled some powdered sugar on top just for a little embellishment. But other than that, they look amazing. So thankful for this gift. So grateful to share this moment with you guys. Have a very Merry Christmas and stay tuned for whatever comes next. Bye.